Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett. We've got some juicy stories coming out of Corona today. Let's set the scene.
And I'm Garrett, your co-host for today. We're kicking it from Corona, California, where the news never stops surprising us. Let's dive right in, shall we?
Here's something to get us started. Due to a lack of rain over the winter, we're looking at a pretty disappointing wildflower season here in Southern California. The famous superb blooms are not exactly showing up this year.
Yeah, it's like bring on the rain, right? We're seeing only a third of an inch reported in Anza Borrego Desert State Park, which is wild because that's the lowest since 1942. Dry spells really do a number on our poppies and lupines.
Totally. And with these limited blooms, tourism in those usually vibrant areas might take a hit. But on the bright side, the Theodore Payne Foundation is stepping up with alternative nature experiences. They're focusing on public gardens and educational programs at nature centers. They're like our nature-loving heroes right now.
That's a solid point, but I'm kind of worried, about how this hits local businesses reliant on that tourist footfall. Not to mention, it's kind of surprising we had only 0.3 inches since 1942. You'd think by now we'd have had more conversations about drought impact. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, it's a challenge for sure. Okay, let's move on to some urban twist. What's next on our list?
Major traffic news. Here we go. Next one. We've got the 71 freeway in Corona going through weeknight closures. It's part of the 7191 interchange project. Fair warning, folks. Traffic might be a headache from March 3rd to March 28th, so plan your routes accordingly.
Oh, wow, that 7-mile stretch from Butterfield Ranch Road to the 91 freeway doesn't sound pleasant for anyone driving southbound. Only nighttime? It seems like a practical move, but it's still going to affect our night owls.
Quite the scale, right? It's all funded by California Road Repair and other local measures. In the end, it's about more lanes and less congestion. So a bit of mess now should mean smoother sales later.
Real talk. These projects, as much as they're inconvenient, are essential for safety and cutting back on bottlenecks. Fingers crossed they wrap up without too many hiccups. Let's switch it up.
All right, next news flash, something yummy this time. Miguel's Jr. is shaking up their menu, introducing loaded fries and churros for the first time.
What a twist for a Mexican restaurant, huh? Starting March 5th, they rolled out carne asada fries at $13.99 and churros with caramel filling for $2.29. Honestly, I never pegged them for fries.
That's something to chew on, isn't it? Limited time offers are smart for drumming up buzz, and urgency draws diners in. Maybe we need a lunch date there. What do you say?
I'm down for that. Here's where it gets really interesting. They're using a wet marinade for their carne asada, moist and flavorful, keeping it fresh.
No stress, right? People looking for a tasty twist might just fall in love with it. And whether it's a hit or a pass, it's all part of the food innovation game.
All right, folks, that's the takeaway for today. Hope we've shed some light on these local happenings for you all. Let's wrap that up with a bow.
And there we have it, full circle from Corona, California. Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett. Catch up with us next time. Stay curious.